What's up, guys? This is the 27th shelf of my wrestling videos. We start off with the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior. This was a very controversial documentary because of how brutally honest it was, I guess, about him. They obviously took everything bad they said back about him when he retired and when he died and all that stuff, saying that they kind of disowned this documentary. But something tells me that this was probably the real take on what people actually thought of the Ultimate Warrior. So, I mean, definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it before. It might be hard to find because I don't think they print this anymore. But if you can find it, definitely watch this. Then we have the Bret the Hitman Hart collection. I'm a huge Bret Hart fan, so I'm happy they came out with this. It's a great documentary, chronicling Bret Hart's career. They got some of his best matches and everything as well. Always put on solid matches. Fantastic wrestler. Leave comments below if what you think of Bret Hart. Then we have Hulk Hogan, The Ultimate Anthology. Again, another great documentary chronicling the career of Hulk Hogan. All the way up to, what year was this here? 2006. So, definitely an interesting watch. And they have, obviously, some of his best promos and matches as well. But definitely worth watching. Then we've got another interesting set here, the Jake Roberts Pick Your Poison. You want to talk about an interesting backstory and an interesting career. This guy takes the cake with all of his problems out of the ring as well. So 100% check this out, even if it's just not for the matches, but for the documentary itself. Comment down below if you've ever seen this before. I want to know what you think of this documentary. And then we've got the Spectacular Legacy of the AWA. I love these documentaries of the territories themselves. I kind of hope that they do it with Mid-Atlantic and Florida Championship Wrestling and stuff like that as well. Just the history and who went through the territory and all that stuff. I loved the one with the WCCW as well. Yep. But this is worth a watch, 100%. Then we've got another money grab Stone Cold Steve Austin documentary. How many documentaries can you have on the same guy just years apart? Is kind of ridiculous. This is 99, so this is only a year after, because Stone Cold said so in Austin 316 Uncensored. So, I mean, yeah, it's a money grab. There's nothing interesting here. And I was getting excited about this. They started releasing the Rivalries set, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, which was obviously one of the best rivalries of all time, especially considering the Montreal Screwjob and everything. This set, they share their true feelings on each other. They don't hold back. So, very interesting watch. They started doing the Rivalry series on WWE Network and then stopped it after just a few episodes, which was kind of sad, as I loved this. Then we got the Rise and Fall of ECW, just like the AWA documentary. I absolutely loved this. Goes super in depth behind the scenes of the financial well-beings of the company, all the wrestlers that went through there, what they thought of working there, what they thought of Paul Heyman, everything, just like the AWA documentary. So 100% watch this one. And then, of course, we got one of the greatest stories also, the Rise and Fall of WCW. This is my favorite out of these territory kind of documentaries. For obvious reasons, because this was the only major competition really to WWE. So, I mean, 100% obviously worth a watch. I mean, if you haven't seen this, you're living under a rock right now. And then WWE even did one on its own, or on itself, I should say, on WWE 50, which was awesome. You know, they didn't, you know, try to butter themselves up too good or anything like that. They were just completely honest about things. Love this documentary. They had the encyclopedia, which I have not read through yet, that came with this. Then we have the Oh My God Volume 2, the top 50 incidents in WCW history. Hilarious. Just going through the greatest moments. Outrageous, great moments, bad moments. They're all on this list. Then we got Triple H, King of Kings. This was his final documentary before he became COO. And this is a great documentary. Goes up to his career all the way until he retires. Then we've got the Attitude Era. Great era in wrestling, obviously, and it goes through all the good moments, the bad moments, you know, everything people wanted to see. If you're a fan of the Attitude Era, this is definitely for you. Then we got the best of Monday Nitro. I started buying these when before the network came out, obviously. Now I can just watch Nitro, which I love that you can do that. I absolutely love it. But yeah, if you don't have the network and you can find this on eBay for cheap, definitely get it. Then we've got The Rock, the People's Champion. You know, documentary on The Rock. At this point in time when they made this one, what year was this year? 2000. He'd only been wrestling for 4 years. So, I mean, it's doesn't really talk about much. Then we've got The Rock, Just Bring It. Again, you know, kind of a rehash of the other one. It is like the funny promos though on this one is hilarious. I can watch these promos all day. But yeah, like this is more towards the end of his career, so you get more of a look at his entire career. Then we've got Mick Foley, Hard Knocks and Cheap Pops. Again, this is his last documentary pretty much before he retired from WWE. So it's the best look at Foley's career as a whole. And then finally we have A Football Life, the first season. Loved this series. Only have the first season. Was never really able to find the other seasons that weren't outrageously priced. I kind of hope the NFL does like a streaming service, kind of like WWE did, where they can put all of their old games to where if you want to watch every single game from every single week, on a network for us to watch would be awesome. I don't know if they'll ever do that though. But this show is definitely worth watching. NFL Network, just like WWE, does a fantastic job with their documentaries. So definitely worth a watch. Here's a list of all of the stuff in the season. But yeah, that'll do it for this shelf. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated. I'm also on Letterboxd. The link is over in the profile of this page. Otherwise, until next time, guys.